Mining the Moon. Source, NASA. By visualgk.com. The lunar gold rush. Across history, human development has relied upon the finite resources available on Earth. But the Moon, a seemingly barren rock, may actually be a treasure trove of rare resources, vital to Earth's future. And now, nations are looking upwards, to a potential lunar gold rush. Why mine the Moon? Geological surveys show that the Moon contains three crucial elements. Water, vital for supporting life and agriculture, beyond Earth, can be converted into rocket fuel. Helium-3, rare element, sought for future developments in energy sector, like nuclear fusion. Rare earth metals or REMs. The 15 lanthanides, as well as scandium and yttrium, used in modern electronics, and mostly produced in China. Using helium-3 for energy. It's one thing to think about the resources we need for space exploration, but we also need to find new solutions for powering our lives right here on Earth. We need to find new, economical ways of generating energy that don't rely on finite resources and are less damaging to the environment. Could there be a solution on the Moon? Potentially, and it involves helium, which could theoretically be used to generate massive amounts of energy through nuclear fusion reactions. To use helium for fusion power, you need an isotope of helium, called helium-3, which has one less neutron in its nucleus, compared to normal helium. Fusing two of these atoms together, under very high temperature and pressure, yields an enormous amount of energy. Smartphones, computers and medical equipment, all of these rely on valuable materials like copper, aluminium, iron, and REMs. REMs are vital to emerging technologies. 90% of the world's REM supply is produced in China. Yet, China claims its reserves may last for 15 to 20 years. How could it work? At this stage, it's still guesswork. Phase 1. Go to the Moon. Phase 2. Unknown. Phase 3. Minerals. A spacecraft called Odysseus landed in a crater near the south pole of the Moon on the 22nd of February 2024, opening up a new chapter in the history of lunar exploration. The robotic lander is financed, built, and operated by a private business, Intuitive Machines, rather than a national space agency. SpaceX is trying to solve the problem of launch costs with reusable rockets. So, a hypothetical lunar mining colony might look like this. "3D printers. Moon mining requires infrastructure before it can even begin. One solution is to manufacture material on the Moon using 3D printers. Of course, we'd still need to get the materials up there. Helium-3 storage facility. Ferrying vast amounts of lunar soil to Earth for processing is impractical. Gas will be generated on the Moon and captured in storage containers. Robot miners. Self-sufficient robots that require minimal human oversight will be vital to cost-effective mining operations. A lunar base. Given the presence of water on the Moon, this opens the potential for a long-term human presence. Printed bases remove the problem of logistics. What effect would it have on the Moon? The Moon has mass of 73 quintillion tons. Some back-of-the-envelope calculations shows that if 1 metric ton was removed entirely from the Moon each day, it would take 220 million years to deplete 1% of the Moon's mass. This wouldn't be enough to cause a change of orbit, or affect the gravitation that causes tides. The biggest concerns are environmental damage, and the ethical consequences of moon mining. Considerations include impact on future generations, importance of the moon's role in human culture, stakeholders in lunar heritage, visual impact from Earth. Who are stakeholders in that heritage? That pretty much means every single person on Earth. Everyone has some attachment to the moon. Dr. Alice Gorman, space archaeologist. What will happen? According to the 1967 United Nations Outer Space Treaty, no nation can claim ownership of the moon. However, space law experts question whether the treaty could prevent private ownership. There's nothing stopping miners claiming property rights and using the moon as a commercial venture. The reality is, until we get there and fight it out, we'll have to wait and see. Please like, share and subscribe. visualgk.com